by Phoenicians in North Africa near the current-day Tunisia. In his 1961 work, French historian Gabriel Adisio comments that he considered Hannibal to be a North African. The majority of the Punic populace seems to have had African, indeed Negroid, ancestry.
It is said that the Phoenicians were a Semitic people said to have migrated into northern Africa.
Archaeologists have found coins portraying Hannibal's Carthaginian features. Analysis of the coins found in Italy near the battle site of Lake Trasimene, where Hannibal's Carthaginian army defeated the Romans, shows an African man on one side with the characteristic strong African features such as curly hair, thick lips, and full nose. On the coin's opposite side are elephants. These coins were all carbon dated around the time that Hannibal was alive.
Hannibal's life was dedicated to fighting the Roman Empire. His father, Hamilcar, introduced him to the Roman wars and trained him in the Carthaginian army. Rome was always a threat to Carthage, and the Barca family fought against them throughout their lives. When Hamilcar introduced Hannibal to the army, he made him swear to maintain Rome as an enemy. After his father's death in the Mercenary War, Hannibal decided to fight to earn the lost respect of Carthage, and he traveled to Spain to seek support. It would not be long before Hannibal Barca soon integrated into the Spanish army, and his efforts paid off in a victory over Rome in the First Punic War. The fire in his heart to defeat Rome was real, and he kept his promise to his father to always fight Rome. His aim to earn respect and freedom for Carthage was also achieved. Make no mistake, Hannibal was not only an efficient and capable soldier, but he was also well educated, often proving that the pen is mightier than the sword. He was a great scholar. While his father taught him everything he needed to know about the military and war, his teachers were the key contributors to his all-around development. Hannibal made literary contributions mainly in the field of military books, but was also a keen observer of languages. As he spoke many languages, he committed many of his great battle plans to paper, and being such a military enthusiast, Barca created a manual for the defense of roads. Hannibal Barca was one of the greatest generals of the ancient world and came close to destroying Rome long before it became an empire.
His strategic methods and intelligence earned him the title of the father of strategy. Hamilcar, his father, taught him to respect his country, and this loyalty made Hannibal one of the greatest threats the Roman Empire has ever seen. Hannibal had an abundance of elephants in his army, most of which were African elephants. These elephants were much larger in size than the Asian elephants, which his enemies used. However, he rode on an Asian elephant, for he believed that the battlefield could be viewed best from that height. This particular elephant only had one tusk, thus it was named Surus. Hannibal felt an affinity with Surus as the elephant was missing a tusk, and Hannibal, who had lost an eye in a previous fight, also only had one eye. His elephant proved fatal to his enemies, as they were as efficient as any sword on the battlefield. These giant fighting machines were the forerunners and the model for the modern-day tank that is used in war today. Using elephants in battle gave Hannibal a huge advantage. In October of 218 BC, during the Second Punic War, Hannibal had arrived at the Alps. His soldiers were said to have stretched for more than 8 miles at the Alps foothills of the Roman Empire. Many of Hannibal's strategies and war tactics are still in use to this day. Hannibal's greatest victory came on the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC. The fact that the battle happened at Cannae was no accident. The Romans had used the ruined citadel as a food magazine for various critical items such as grain oil. Hannibal knew the importance of Cannae and began marching towards it from his camp, which was around 75 miles away. A food magazine is a military store for arms, ammunition, explosives, and provisions for use in military. Hannibal was aware that the Romans were still dependent on the grain in Italy. However, Hannibal's arrival at Cannae changed things. Once the Romans arrived and the fighting started, Hannibal's forces annihilated the Romans. To this day, the battle at Cannae is still believed to be the biggest loss of human life during a single day in battle history. Hannibal Barca belonged to a family whose legacy was marked by its military achievements, and Hannibal was able to continue this legacy with the respect he earned during his lifetime. He was amongst the greatest commanders-in-chief not only for his victories, but also for his attitude and bravery. The Black Excellence and Abundance Channel, where Black history is every day.
Thanks for watching. We ask that you please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, thou art rich.
We are built for this network, for the strong, not the weak.